Hello, my lovelies. Are you tired of the same old tropes in BL dramas? Tired of the annoying sound effects, cringe comedy, and unrealistic plot points? Then these 10 BL dramas are perfect for you to watch. These aren't your typical sugar coated love stories. They are grounded, raw, and emotionally rich. No pretense, no perfect characters, just the complexity of real people navigating love, pain, healing, and everything in between. If you're craving authenticity and depth, these underrated gems deserve a spot on your watch list. Let's get into it. If you're still living under a rock and haven't seen Gel Boys yet, what the hell are you even doing? Gel Boys isn't your typical BL series. This series is an authentic portrayal of teenage love in the digital age. The series is filmed using handheld cameras using natural lighting. The scenes are shot in real locations like the bustling MBK Center and Siam Square, giving it an almost documentary like feel. The characters embody the complexities of modern youth. Fomod's journey reflects the self-doubt and longing many teenagers experience, while Chian's story shows the emotional conflict of being stuck in a one-sided love, waiting for someone else only to fall for someone new when he least expects it. Gel Boys also integrates contemporary Gen Z culture seamlessly into its storytelling. From airdropping memes as a form of flirting to using nail art as emotional expression, the series captures the nuances of modern teenage interactions effortlessly well. Love in the Big City stands out as one of the most realistic portrayals of the life of an ordinary gay man. At the center of this story is Go Young, a flawed, complicated, deeply human protagonist who isn't here to be your idealized BL boyfriend. And that's exactly what makes the show powerful. He navigates love with both desire and recklessness, sometimes hurting others in the process. Like when he breaks a man's heart not out of cruelty but out of the confusion and chaos of his own emotional survival. The show doesn't let him off the hook, but it also doesn't villainize him. He's not bad, he's real. One of the most haunting threads throughout Young's story is the role HIV plays in his life. It's not just a medical condition, HIV isn't used for shock value. It shapes his decisions, his self-worth, and his ability to love freely. That's why Love in the Big City feels so grounded and is so relatable to so many LGBT viewers in our fandom. One of the most captivating things about Unknown is the setting. That warm, lived-in house isn't just a backdrop, it's a character in itself. The mismatched furniture, the everyday clutter, the quiet corners, it all feels so real, so homely. It's the kind of space that makes you believe that these characters actually live there, eat there, argue there, love there, and that realism seeps into the relationships too. The dynamic between the three siblings is one of the show's strongest elements. Their bond is so organic, the way they tease, bicker, and protect each other. But at the heart of it is something even more tender, Wei-chen's love for Wei-jiwan. I refuse to believe that Wei-chen was oblivious to Wei-jiwan's feelings. He was just scared to accept them. Societal shame made it hard for him to accept what he knew deep down, that his love for Wei-jiwan was never just familial. The Eighth Sense is an authentic portrayal of a man suffering from grief-induced depression. I truly don't think we have a character similar to Jaewon in any other BL series. He's a popular guy in college. Everyone thinks his career is sorted as he's born with a silver spoon. He has a hot ex-girlfriend who is dying to get back with him. But only Jaewon knows how much he's suffering inside and how the loss of his younger brother has completely changed him on the inside. Ji-yoon's introduction into Jaewon's life brings a gentle, understanding presence. Rather than forcing Jaewon to confront his feelings, Ji-yoon provides the space and patience needed for healing. Their relationship evolves organically, highlighting the importance of empathy and support in overcoming personal trauma. The series' use of beach as a setting symbolizes a place of solace and transformation. It's here that Jaewon begins to reconcile with his past and opens up to the possibility of love and acceptance. What makes The Only One so special is how quiet the love story is. Not in a bland way, but in a tender, deeply felt kind of way. Shengwang and Jiangtian never needed grand declarations or dramatic gestures to show how much they cared. They protected each other in silence. You could feel that they both knew they were in love. It was written in their eyes, in the way they gravitated towards one another in every scene. But neither of them could take the step forward, not when their parents had just gotten together. The summer backdrop of Taiwan added a soft, nostalgic vibe, and the cinematography, warm, sun drenched, and intimate, matched the emotional tone perfectly. The chemistry between the leads is magnetic without ever being overplayed. Love is Better the second time around really hits home because it feels so real, especially if you know anything about Japanese culture. People there aren't always upfront about their feelings. They often keep things bottled up, avoid conflict, and let misunderstandings fester. And that's exactly what happened between Miyata and Iwanaga when they were younger. It's heartbreaking because you can see that their relationship didn't fall apart from lack of love. It just crumbled under silence. What I love most is how they get a second chance, and this time they don't hold back. They talk, they confront, they express their desire without shame, and they actually show how much they've grown. Moonlight Chicken feels like coming home to something warm and familiar. Not just because of the cozy chicken rice shop, but because of how real the story is. It's filmed in an actual small eatery in Pattaya, and that whole setting, the clatter of plates, the soft lighting, the quiet streets, adds so much heart. It doesn't feel like a set, it feels lived in, like you're watching people who've really been there every day of their lives. Jim is such a beautifully complicated character. He's not cold, he's just hurt. He's still carrying the pain of being cheated on by someone he loved deeply, someone who died before they could ever resolve anything. So he keeps himself busy running the shop they once dreamed of, living in the past because it feels safer than trying again. And then there's Wen, the complete opposite, someone who walks away from comfort and familiarity. He leaves his relationship with Alan not because something big happened, but because it just faded. This show doesn't dramatize love, it shows how messy, slow, and scary it can be, especially when you've been hurt before. Lost in the Woods is one of those shows that doesn't try to impress you with drama, it just quietly pulls you in. Set in the peaceful forests of Chiang Mai, the whole vibe is so calming. The backdrop isn't just beautiful, it really reflects the emotional tone of the story. Everything feels slow, grounded, and deeply personal. What makes this story so special is the dynamic between the two leads. Pfeiffer is loud, young, and kind of all over the place, full of energy and dreams. Hem, on the other hand, is older, calm, and carries this quiet sadness with him. They're total opposites and they just click. You can feel the age gap, the difference in how they view the world, but that's what makes their relationship so interesting. It's the kind of BL that feels like a warm hug, slow, a little sad at times, but full of heart. When It Rains, It Pours is such a raw and honest portrayal of what it's like to be in a long-term relationship that's emotionally and physically unfulfilling. It really explores that gray area where it's not about explosive breakups or cheating scandals, but the quiet, daily ache of feeling unseen and untouched. The two main characters are both stuck in relationships where intimacy has completely faded. It's not that they hate their partners, they just feel lonely, starved for connection. And when they start talking to each other, it's not about betrayal, it's about finally feeling like someone understands. There's a softness to the way they open up, and it says so much about how people naturally drift toward those who make them feel wanted again. What makes the show even more effective is how understated everything is. The visuals, the pace, the rain, it mirrors that kind of quiet heartbreak that isn't loud but wears you down over time. Secrets Happen on Lychee Island came out of nowhere and totally won people over with its unexpectedly charming vibe. It's got that call me by your name aesthetic, but with its own special twist. The setting, the lush lychee trees, the poolside moments, and the feeling of being surrounded by this huge green paradise gives it such a dreamy, intimate vibe. From the first few episodes, you could tell something was simmering between the leads, but it's subtle. Nothing's outright, but you feel the tension in their glances and the quiet moments. The chemistry feels so natural, nothing forced. But then in the final two episodes, everything unravels in a way that hits you right in the heart. It's like all that slow burn build up just bursts into something real and intense. And there you have it, lovelies, a list of BLs that will tug at your heartstrings and make you think. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more thoughtful analysis and recommendations. Bye!